Wall Street, the most famous financial address in the world, home to trillions in wealth, the heart of American capitalism. But why is it called Wall Street? The answer involves Dutch colonists, a wooden wall, and a decision that accidentally created the center of global finance. Let's go back to 1609. The Dutch explorer Henry Hudson sailed into what's now New York Harbor. He was searching for a route to Asia, but instead found something valuable: a perfect natural harbor with abundant resources. The Dutch quickly realized this was prime real estate. By 1624, they established a settlement called New Amsterdam. It was a trading post for the Dutch West India Company. The colony sat at the southern tip of Manhattan Island. It wasn't much at first, maybe 200 colonists living in rough wooden buildings. But it had something crucial: access to trade. Furs from Native Americans, timber, agricultural products. Ships could dock easily and trade goods with Europe. The Dutch colonists were natural traders. Remember, these are the same people who created the first stock exchange. Trading was in their DNA. New Amsterdam quickly became a bustling commercial hub, but it had one major problem. By the 1650s, New Amsterdam faced threats from all sides. The English colonies to the north wanted the territory. Native American tribes were sometimes hostile, and the settlement had no real defenses. In 1653, the Dutch governor Peter Stuyvesant made a decision. He ordered the construction of a defensive wall. It would stretch across the entire width of Manhattan's southern tip. The wall was built by enslaved Africans and colonists, made of wooden planks, about 12 feet high and 2,340 feet long. It ran roughly from the East River to the Hudson River. The goal was simple: protect the settlement from invasion. Along the northern side of this wall, a dirt path developed. People walked along it. Traders set up stalls there. It became the northern boundary of the settlement. This path had no official name. People just called it the street by the wall. Eventually, that became simply Wall Street. The wall itself wasn't particularly impressive, and ironically, it never actually defended against anything. The wall stood for about 40 years. But in 1664, everything changed. 4 English warships appeared in New York Harbor. They demanded the Dutch surrender New Amsterdam. Governor Stuyvesant wanted a fight, but the colonists refused. They were merchants, not soldiers. Fighting would destroy their businesses. So without a single shot fired, New Amsterdam became New York. Named after the Duke of York, brother of King Charles II. The English took over, but many Dutch families stayed. They kept their trading traditions alive. The English actually loved the location as much as the Dutch had. By 1685, the wall itself was demolished. It had fallen into disrepair and wasn't needed anymore. The wooden planks were removed and recycled. But the street remained, and it kept its name, Wall Street. What happened next would change financial history. Throughout the 1700s, Wall Street became the commercial center of New York. Merchants built their offices there. Ships docked nearby at the ports. Goods were bought and sold. Coffee houses opened where traders made deals. Sound familiar? Just like Amsterdam 100 years earlier. By the 1760s, New York was booming. The American colonies were growing wealthy. Trade with England and the Caribbean was massive. Wall Street became the place where merchants met. They traded everything: commodities, goods, bonds, even shares in ships. There was no official exchange yet, just informal trading under the trees or in coffee houses. The famous Buttonwood tree on Wall Street became a gathering spot. On good weather days, traders would meet under its shade. After the American Revolution in 1783, everything accelerated. The new United States needed capital to rebuild. Government bonds were issued to pay war debts. These bonds could be bought and sold. Suddenly, there was real demand for a securities market. So why did Wall Street become the center of global finance? First, location. New York Harbor was America's gateway to Europe. Second, timing. The U.S. economy exploded in the 1800s. Third, network effects. Once traders gathered there, more traders came. But here's what's truly remarkable. The Dutch created the first stock exchange in Amsterdam. Then Dutch colonists founded New Amsterdam. which became New York, where Wall Street would create the world's largest stock exchange. The connection from Amsterdam 1602 to Wall Street is direct. Different continent, same trading DNA. Today, Wall Street isn't just a street. It's a symbol, a concept, a shorthand for capitalism itself. When people say Wall Street, they don't mean a physical location. They mean the entire financial system, from a wooden defensive wall that never defended anything, to a dirt path where merchants traded, to the address of the world's most powerful financial institutions. Wall Street's origin story is pure accident. No one planned for it to become the center of global finance. It just happened one trade at a time. This is Trade Origins, where every famous name has a forgotten beginning. Next time, the Panic of 1857, America's first major financial crisis, and how Wall Street survived it. Subscribe to see what happens when the new financial system faces its first real test. If this origin story surprised you, hit that like button and subscribe to Trade Origins. We're uncovering the forgotten stories behind every aspect of financial history. See you in the next one.